Hi, I'm Andrew Young. I'm the Chief Lending Officer for Land of Lincoln Credit Union here in Decatur, Illinois. It is spring, and today we want to talk about taxes. Some of you will get a refund and some of you will have to pay. Here are some tips for both of you. So if you get a tax refund, here are a few things that you need to think about. One, pay down debt. If you're like me, you probably have some credit card debt right now, maybe lingering from Christmas season that you need to get paid off. Got a car loan you can put a principal reduction on. Same thing, if you have student loans that you need to put it in, and you can get those paid down. And your mortgage, you can also pay down that. The second thing, build an emergency fund. Most people advise having 3 months' salary saved up for emergencies, such as having a medical issue, your car breaks down, your furnace goes out in your house, things come up, and you need to have something saved back to help you out, to avoid interest. Third thing you can do, invest. If you have a 401k, you can do a contribution, a one-time contribution each year to get caught up. You can do multiple payments into your 401k over the year if you'd rather do it that way. Another thing you can do is open an IRA. One thing you can also do is open a CD. Check in with our local branches and see our attractive rates right now for CDs. The final thing that you can do is go on vacation. Use that money to treat yourself. Go out and take the trip. Travel the world and relax. I think that's probably what a lot of people will do. Now, if you're like some people and you have to pay taxes, here are some few tips to kind of get over that hump and to help you getting to the point that you can pay your taxes. So first thing is understand how much you owe and why you owe that much. So don't be afraid to ask your CPA or your tax preparer why you owe this money and what you can do for next year. It's a good time to sit down and strategize and think, are you withholding too much? Are you withholding not enough? Is there something else going on that's causing your tax liability? So at that time, it's a good time to ask questions and strategize for next year. Second thing you need to think about is minimizing penalties and interest. So if you're self-employed, make sure you're making your estimated payments throughout the year so that you're getting at least 90% of your tax liability paid at the time that you file so that you can avoid penalties from there. Another thing is file on time, or at least do your extension on time so that you can avoid that penalty. Accuracy is another thing to think about to avoid penalties. Again, it's understanding what your tax return is and what's on it and asking those questions of your CPA. And last thing, use a CPA or an enrolled agent to represent you. If you have to dispute any type of penalty or interest or anything like that, a CPA and an enrolled agent can help you a lot during those proceedings. For paying the bill, sometimes the bill is a little too much for people. There's a few different options. First thing you're going to want to do is file a Form 9465, which is called an installment agreement with the IRS, where you can create an installment agreement depending on how much you owe. Typically, it's more for people who owe less than $25,000 in tax liability. You have up to 3 years to pay on that through the IRS. One thing you can also do is go to your local credit union. Right now, here at Land of Lincoln, we have a tax time loan where it's a simple signature loan. The interest rate is often less than what you have on your credit card. It's one thing I don't suggest that you do is put it on a credit card. Talk to your local financial institution, especially Land of Lincoln Credit Union, and try to get that loan to help you with paying that. We can oftentimes be a lot more flexible for our members. And the last thing, don't avoid the bill. Make sure that you're addressing it somehow, either working out an installment plan with the government or coming into Land of Lincoln Credit Union to get a loan to help with paying that. So those are some tips to help you get through the tax season. We've got summer around the corner with vacations and cookouts and things like that. So we look forward to talking to you later. Have a great day.